Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna make a lobster and shrimp risotto with the strawberries. So let me get ingredients. So we're gonna need 2 lobster tails, or you can use, the quantity you need. So I got 2 lobsters, and I got a dozen of shrimp, but I cut it in half, like this. So that way when they cook, they're gonna curl up. So a dozen of those shrimps cooked like that. 1 cup of arborio rice or risotto, then 1 shallot, 1 green scallion, 2 garlic cloves minced. Also I got 3 strawberries, dice it up. We're gonna need 3 tablespoons of butter, fresh parmesan, and also our shrimp and lobster stock over here. You can always use water. So let me give you next step. What we're gonna do, just in case that you don't have the lobster stock, you can make it with, with the shell. So I'm gonna put a stick in this right here, and we're gonna bring it to boil, so that way the lobster doesn't curl up like this. So we're gonna cook it for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna take it out. And with this one, you're gonna need a napkin. The other one, we're gonna take out the meat. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab a napkin and you're gonna crack it like this. Okay? And then you can take the meat from here with the scissors, or you can split it in the back and take the meat out. So I'm gonna explain my Spanish version, what I did before I cut it, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. What you're gonna do is you're gonna cut it like this, split it open, twist, and then you can take out the whole meat like that. And then your shell, put them in the stock, so that way you have some more extra lobster stock. And remove the vein. And then we're gonna cut it in pieces, okay? So that way we have some small pieces. So I'm gonna explain my Spanish version and come back. Now they have chopped like this, put them on the side, and we're gonna start cooking our rice. So you're gonna start with 1 tablespoon of butter and a little olive oil. Okay, just like 1 tablespoon of each. And then you're gonna put your rice. You're gonna cook it for about 5 minutes until it turns a little bit white. We don't want it toasted too much, but we need to keep it, the grains, they're gonna start turning whiter. See? So in the meantime, you have your lobster in the back boiling with about 25 seconds left. So now we're gonna take some ice water and shock it. After you have your lobster for 5 minutes, take it out and shock it in cold water, so that way it helps to get our lobster firm and do not overcook it. So we're just gonna leave it there in the ice water. In the meantime, you see your rice is cooking nicely. Now you're gonna add the shallots and the garlic. Okay. And also, you can always add any wine that you like. You can do white wine, red wine, champagne, vermouth, Pernod. Something that you're gonna be drinking in the same day that you're doing the risotto, you can always add the wine. You don't have to add wine if you don't need to, but you can just add some water if you don't want to drink. So I'm gonna grab my wine, come back and show you next step. So like I said, you can always use any wine that you like. I'm gonna use the red wine, and we're gonna do 2 ounces of wine. Okay, we're gonna let the wine evaporate completely, so that way it's gonna help us with the rice to get start stirring. And then we're gonna add the rest of the stuff. So the lobster, we're gonna put it like around 5 minutes before we finish with the rice, and the shrimp at the end, because that one is cooked already. So usually you start your rice like this, and then you finish with the seafood at the end, pretty much. After the wine evaporates, you're gonna add 3 cups of water. Since we have 1 cup of risotto, it's three times, okay? So we're gonna do 1 cup at a time. So we're gonna do 1 cup of water, let it reduce, and then add the rest of the water as we go. Or you can always add the 3 cups of water, and then just keep stirring, so that way it doesn't stick to the bottom. So you're gonna take it out of the water, remove the stick, and same procedure. You're gonna crack it like we did with the fresh one. Then this one, since it's cooked already, it's gonna be easier to take it out. Okay. And just remove the shell. See. If you want to leave the tail, you can leave it on. It's gonna be optional, but just to show that it was a real lobster. Sometimes they give you shrimp instead, So that's why some restaurants they leave it on as a garnish. You can serve it like that, whole, or you can cut it, right? So after you have your 2nd cup of water, you're gonna let it evaporate almost completely. Then you're gonna see the bottom of the pan. You can see the rice, it's a little al dente. Yeah. And then you're gonna do a little quick saute, but when it's drying out. Now you're gonna adjust your seasoning, salt, pepper to taste. Remember, we put a very little in the beginning. We don't want our rice to be over salty because it's reducing. So we're gonna come back. Now it's the time you can add the strawberries. Okay, so do half, and we're gonna cook it, and then come back, add the lobster and the shrimp. And also for this shrimp, you're gonna add some of the rose petals. Okay, so we're gonna use these rose petals. Make sure you rinse them right, and then we're gonna use this at the end of the risotto. We're almost towards the end of the risotto. You can see the pan now. See? So now it's time to add the petals of the rose. You can add any color, or you can always use the rose water. Okay. Remember, rose petals are edibles. So now you're gonna lower your heat to medium, because the risotto is gonna start getting stick to the bottom. So now we're gonna add the butter and the lobster. Okay. So I'm gonna bring my lobster and show you the next step. Now you're gonna add the lobster and the shrimp together. Remember, they cook really fast, so it's gonna be a couple minutes. And you need to stir your rice all the time. Now you can stay here 5 minutes, stirring your rice. In the beginning, it's okay to leave it alone, but now you cannot finish it, The rest of the water. And then we're gonna end up with butter, cheese, and olive oil. So I'm gonna grab the stuff and show you next step. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of butter, a little olive oil, and also you're gonna finish with Parmesan cheese. So Parmesan cheese, just a little bit, okay? This is called mantecare. So now we're ready to serve. Remember, we have some of the leftover shrimp extras, so we're gonna cut it like this, butterfly, but not all the way, so that way you can fold it and then put it on top. So if you want to leave the little end of the tail, you can leave it on if you want. And then for the lobster, you're gonna cut in between the joints like this. Okay, so like that, like that, like that. And then this one, and then you have an extra piece over here. So make sure you take it out. And then you can leave this as a garnish. So now we're gonna get our risotto and serve. Now you're gonna serve it however you want, okay? The presentation is gonna be up to you. Remember, I just give you the technique, and then you finish it however you like. So you can serve it in a round plate or in an oval plate. However you wanna serve it, it's gonna be up to you. So not that much. Usually from 1 cup you get 4 cup portions, and then you have to run on the plate. Okay. So now you're gonna finish it with your shrimp, your lobster medallions, and like I said, you know, you can serve it, present it however you want. It's your plate. You can serve it however you want. So like this, like that. This one over here, then little baby on the top. You can always serve it like this, oval, like that, with the tail on, or like this, and then just some of the petals in between. So hopefully you guys like this video on how to prepare the lobster risotto and shrimp, and we're gonna finish it with a little parmesan, so that way you can upcharge scallions. And remember, you can make this dish all year round. Doesn't have to be only Valentine's. You have, you know, Mother's Day, anniversary, cumpleaños, any day. You know, it's gonna be a nice meal. So hopefully you guys like this video. Don't forget, comment and like, share, and a happy Valentine's. Thank you guys.